At least one teammate is expecting huge things from Ben, and that is tight end Vance McDonald, who sees a hunger in his quarterback. He said this recently. He said, quote, "Golly, he is really back. This is crazy and awesome to see. The way he attacks the day is just different than I've seen him since I got here in 2017. I'm loving the leadership from him. I'm loving just that hunger and that fire. I think you will notice that trickle down to the entire offense as you see us getting rocking and rolling here. Guys are just flocking to him. The hunger is real from Ben." So I need to set up why we're having this conversation. So I'm sitting there yesterday afternoon. I'm trying to watch Luka Doncic set the world on fire. And we have a staff email chain that goes around all day long getting ready for the show. And Orlovsky and Tannenbaum just get into a fight. The two of them get into a fight that will not stop on this email about Roethlisberger. So we figured we got to bring this to the air. So go ahead, Orlovsky. What do you expect from Ben this season?
Yeah, so first of all, I think that the Ravens moving on from Earl Thomas now closes the gap between the Ravens and Pittsburgh. And I've said this, the Ravens are losing arguably their second best player in Marshall Yanda, could be their best player, and now the Steelers are getting Big Ben back. And everyone, for some reason, especially Mike T, has decided that Big Ben got soft and that he stinks now. Like the last time we saw Big Ben play healthy football, he led the NFL in passing. This is still a top 5 offensive line in Pittsburgh. They have now one of the best slot receivers is in Deontay Johnson. Eric Ebron is a good addition. Chase Claypool, their young receiver out of Notre Dame, is going to be a nice addition. Juju's got to step forward. So I expect Big Ben to play big-time football. And here's another thing, Greeny. This is a top 5 defense in Pittsburgh. Big Ben, every single time he has had a top 5 defense, he's had it 6 times. He's gone to the playoffs all 6 times. So everyone telling me that the Baltimore Ravens are the runaway favorites in that division, I say pause. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be right there in the mix, and I expect them to win the division. They were 8-5 last year. 8-5 with you playing quarterback, Greeny, and they lost their last 3. They now have a Hall of Famer and a healthy Ben Roethlisberger back. This team can win this division.
Tannenbaum?
Well, in all due respect, and I appreciate you coming on here, Dan, let's just start with Ben Roethlisberger. It's human nature. He's 38 years old. He's played 2 meaningful games in 2 years. That is a lifetime in pro football. Let's go back to the 2004 draft. Eli Manning's retired. Phillip Rivers is hanging on by a thread. And I think at some point during the season, there will be a consequential play that Ben Roethlisberger is going to need to make. And because of all the money he's made and all the championships he's won, I'd rather see the ball in the hands of Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, or even Joe Burrow. Because those 3 quarterbacks in the AFC North, it's all in front of them. And I've been around quarterbacks. Wait. It's close to the end. Wait. Let me. Vinny Testaverde.
I love you.
Go ahead, Dan.
You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that you would rather see the ball in those 3 guys' hands who have never done it at the most critical moments in this league yet? They have not done it yet. Over the guy who is almost notorious for doing it in his career? You mean to tell me that Big Ben Roethlisberger, who has played a reckless style or recess style, an aggressive style of football since he was born, since he fell out of the womb, you mean to tell me that all of a sudden, just because he's 38 and he made some money, he's going to get soft? Like he's going to turn down stuff? No, that guy's wired that way. Give me Big Ben, the guy, listen, he's proven it time and time again, and he's not just coming back just because. I totally disagree that he's going to get soft just because.
30 seconds, Tannenbaum, go.
I've seen it. Okay, I've seen it at the end. Testaverde, Favre, Cutler. At some point, it's over. Those are 3 young, competitive guys. I think Pittsburgh has a championship defense. Don't get me wrong, but I think Baltimore is clearly ahead. And I'm just saying, if I had to take the Ben Roethlisberger at 38, who's played 2 games in 2 years, I'll take my chances with Burrow and Mayfield. And Pittsburgh may have the 4th best quarterback this year in the AFC North.
But I have to leave it there for the moment. Dan, I'm fascinated by your description of Ben Roethlisberger's birth as him falling out of the womb. I've never quite heard that put that way before, but I liked it. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.